Good evening, everyone. This is Robert. RJO Network presents another exciting edition of Inside Pitch. The 1972 final week is on the air. Today's date is September 30, 72, the final day in the month of September. We are at Memorial Stadium for a big game between the Boston Red Sox and the Baltimore Orioles. Let's take a look at the standings. We'll first look at the American League West. The Oakland Athletics, they are the American League West champions. They clinched it and then have also clinched number one throughout the American League. The Kansas City Royals right now are in second place. They are in the 3 spot. The Baltimore Orioles are 1 game back of the 3 spot. Remember that number 3 spot is important. You avoid the wild card round. The Chicago White Sox are making a late push, and they're only 3 games under 500 now, but they cannot lose 77 games. So again, if the White Sox lose in ticker, they are done. In the National League East, the Pittsburgh Pirates have clinched number 1 throughout the National League, and they are the NL East champions. The Chicago Cubs are in second place. Their magic number is 1 to clinch the number 3 seed, which means they would go straight to the divisional series round to take on the Cincinnati Reds. The St. Louis Cardinals are suddenly slumping. They are back to 500. I do not have a marker here right now because right now they don't qualify. They cannot lose 78 games or they will be out. So the Cardinals need to get back in there and get above 500, or it's very possible we may not have a wild card series in the National League. In the National League West, the Cincinnati Reds, they've clinched that division. The Astros are pretty much have clinched second place. The Dodgers, they lose 1 more game and they are out. Their magic number is 78. They cannot lose 78 games. On to our division right now. The Boston Red Sox come into today's game at 83 and 67. The Orioles come in at 80 and 70. The Baltimore Orioles only played 154 games. The Boston Red Sox played 155. The Red Sox magic number is 2. The Orioles actually have a better board record, but that will not matter. If Boston wins tonight, they win the American League East. This is pretty much an American League East championship game. If the Red Sox tonight, they will go to 84 and 67. The best Baltimore could do is 83 and 71, and that will not do it. The Red Sox will clinch the American League East. The New York Yankees, they're slumping a little bit. They're back to 3rd. The Detroit Tigers, they have qualified, but they're still a half game back of 3rd place. So still, lots of important 10-minute ticker to come up tonight, and of course, tonight's game. So will we see the Boston Red Sox clinch the American League East division for the 2nd consecutive replay? As remember, the Red Sox did win the American League East in my 2016 replay. Brian B., Jeremy Brooks, Phoenix Knight, Frank Rosenk joins us here at Memorial Stadium. The Red Sox historically won this game. 3 runs, 7 hits and an error. Baltimore 1 run, 9 hits and an error. But we all know that Inside Pitch has a mind of its own. So, what will happen tonight in a big game here at Memorial Stadium? The Orioles know what's at stake. The Red Sox know what's at stake. They want to win this game tonight, clinch the division, and then get prepared for either a rematch against the Orioles in the division series or Kansas City. Or maybe the Yankees can make a quick push. Or maybe Detroit can get into second place. Only 1.5 games separate 2nd, 3, and 4 in the American League East. 10-minute ticker is going to be very important, of course, in the rest of this final week. So, I think it's time to play some Saturday Night Baseball. What do you guys think? I'm glad you agree. Starting pitcher for the Baltimore Orioles tonight is Pat Dobson. We've seen him so far. 16 wins, 18 losses, a 2.65 ERA, 161 strikeouts and 82 walks in 72. Memorial Stadium, definitely a pitcher's park. Only 84 home runs hit there in that year. And +1 to strikeouts and -1 to walks. So definitely a pitcher's park in 72, which of course is a big contrast to the Orioles playing at Camden Yards, because we all know Camden Yards, you get a lot of home runs there. But we will see what happens tonight as Brian Hoxie joins us here at Memorial Stadium. I'm hoping some Red Sox fans join us for tonight's game. The American League East is on the line. Let's get to the top of the first. Leading off for the Red Sox will be the center fielder, Tommy Harper, a .254 average, 14 homers, and 49 RBIs in 72. We're going to use orange, white, and black dice. Orioles are the home team. Everybody settle in. This could be a big game for the Red Sox. They win. They clinch the AL East. They lose. The Orioles and the Yankees. And believe it or not, even the Tigers are still alive. Jimmy Jam joins us here at Memorial Stadium. Let's go to the first pitch. And let's drop a dot and let's drop the black D20 while we're at it. Let's do that again. Dobson, 3-2, error on a grounder. Harper, 4-4. That is not an error. It's a slow hit ball to the shortstop, and that is Mark Belanger. Harper's got a good base running rating. It's a 4. The throw to first, and they get him. 1 out. Harper hits a slow grounder, but Harper will be tossed out at first base. A nice play by Belanger to get him 1 away. Next batter is the shortstop, Luis Aparicio, Hall of Famer, absolutely. .257 average, 3 homers, and 39 RBIs in 72. Dobson, a 4-5, strikeout 4, and that's a cold strike 3 on Aparicio. He didn't strike out much that year, but he will there. And that is out number 2. And that will bring up the first baseman, the man himself, Captain Carl Yastrzemski, Hall of Famer. Duh. One of the best Boston players of all time. Yeah. .264 average, 12 homers, 68 RBIs, and maybe the most loved Boston player, maybe under next to Teddy Ballgame. Dobson will pitch. Dobson, 4-3 against the lefty, walk +10. That 13 will easily walk Yaz, and he will trot to first. First walk given up by Dobson as David Baker joins us here at Memorial Stadium. Next batter will be the right fielder, Reggie Smith, a .270 average, 21 homers, 74 RBIs in 72. Pretty much the Red Sox are using their main lineup with a couple of with maybe a change in there. The Orioles are using pretty much a main lineup as well. Strategy roll and nothing on the 17. Dobson, 3-6, range play. Smith, 6-3. That's a ground ball to short. That ball is hit to Mark Belanger. The infield is back. His range is a 4. He's got it. Nice play by Belanger. He'll throw to second to get Yaz. And that will retire the side. Nothing across except a walk. And we will go to the bottom of the first. The Red Sox trying to clinch the American League East tonight. Starting pitcher for the Boston Red Sox is Marty Pattin. We've not seen him this year. 17 wins, 13 losses, a 3.24 ERA, 168 strikeouts, and 62 walks in 72. Jim Cunnell joins us here at Memorial Stadium. Good to see you there, Jim. Leading off for B-Moore will be the right fielder, Merv Rettenmund, .233 average, 6 homers, 21 RBIs. Pattin, 4-4. Against the righty, it's an out, and it's going to be a ground out to second base. Over there will be Doug Griffin, and he will toss it over for the out. Next up is the center fielder, Paul Blair, a .233 average, 8 homers, 49 RBIs in 72. Pattin, 4-6. Against the righty, strikeout 8. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And that is the first strikeout for Pattin. And that will be out number 2. And now we'll see the first baseman, Boog Powell. I always like to ask if anybody saw Powell, is he as ripped as he was in the pictures? .252 average, 21 homers, 81 RBIs. Because every picture I see of Boog Powell, he just looks like an absolute monster. Pattin, he had big arms. 4-6 against the lefty. That's a home run result. Against the righty, Pattin needs a 20. it won't matter what I look at on the D20 because that one just got sent pretty much to Mars. Because that ball is high, deep, and gone. Kaboom! Home run! Boog Powell! Marty Pattin absolutely pitches him a meatball, and Powell turns that into baked ziti, and that is a home run for Powell, and the Orioles will take a quick 1-0 lead. So I go ahead and say how ripped he is, and he goes ahead and he, pretty much proves that I'm right. Home run for Powell, and now we'll see the left fielder, Don Baylor, a young Don Baylor, actually. 253 average, 11 homers, 38 RBIs. He is in left field tonight, not his best position. Pattin, 1-5, strikeout, 2, swing and a miss, struck him out. And that will end the inning. Second strikeout for Pattin, but 1 run on 1 hit, a solo bomb by Boog Powell, and the Orioles have a quick 1-0 lead. We go to the top of the second. Leading off for the Red Sox will be the third baseman, Rico Petrocelli. 240 average, 15 homers, and 75 RBIs. Dobson will pitch. 2-1, that's blank. He's not tired. Petrocelli, 2-3, that's a base hit. He'll hit that one into left field. And the Red Sox get the leadoff man on. And now here comes the original Pudge, the catcher, Carlton Fisk, Hall of Famer. Yeah, one of the greatest catchers of all time. Absolutely. 293 average, 22 homers, 61 RBIs in 72. Infield is that double play. Petrocelli had no stolen bases. He won't get any here. Dobson, 1-5. Possible error. Fisk, 5-6. That's a fly ball hit to left field. Going after that is Don Baylor. His error rating is a 4. That's a 10. He'll make the catch, and that will be out number 1. And now we'll see the left fielder, a very young Dwight Dewey Evans, 263 average, a homer, and 6 RBIs. Dewey Evans was a September call-up in 72. Very young player at this time. Anything on the strat? The 10 says no. Dobson with the pitch. 6-1, strikeout, 16. That just missed. Dewey, 2-5. That's a ground out to short. And 6-7-8. And let's see, second base pivot is Gritch. And his pivot rating is a 0, but still a 1-5. It's a double play. And they get it, and the side is retired. Of course, he can't go any higher than 6 because 6 is always a slow-rolling grounder. But that doesn't matter. It is a 6-4-3 double play. No runs and a hit for the Red Sox. We'll go to the bottom of the second. Leading off for the Orioles will be the third baseman, the vacuum cleaner himself, Brooks Robinson, Hall of Famer. Yeah, greatest and I still say greatest fielding third baseman of all time. 250 average, 8 homers, 64 RBIs. Pattin's got to recover after only giving up a run in the first inning. Pattin, 5-1, strikeout, 15. Robinson, 6-4. That's a pop out to third base. And Petrocelli says he'll get that in fair territory for the out. And now we'll see the second baseman, Bobby Gritch. A lot of people say Gritch should have a Hall of Fame chance. He was a very solid player his entire career. Hall of Very Good, absolutely. 278 average, 12 homers, 50 RBIs in 72. Pattin with the deal. 5-6, home run chance. Righty, 1-17. The 4 is good. Against a right-handed pitcher, Gritch needs a 16. Does he give the Orioles another run? Oh, pretty easily right there. Kaboom! High, deep, gone. Over the right field fence. Home run, Bobby Gritch. Stadium cheers. Yay! And the Orioles now take a 2-0 lead, and the Memorial Stadium is supposed to be a pitcher's park, and already we got 2 bombs. They go talk to Pattin on the mound and say, hey, look, we're trying to clinch a division here. Let's get those balls down. Next batter for the Orioles will be the catcher, Johnny Quaker Oates, 261 average, 4 homers, 21 RBIs. Still one out in the bottom of the second. Pattin, 5-2, wild pitch, ball 1. 6-6 against the lefty, walk plus 10, and it will walk Oates. So Oates trots to first, and that's the first walk given up by Pattin. And now here's the shortstop, Mark Belanger, a 186 average, 2 homers, 16 RBIs. Infield a double play. Brian Patterson joins us here at Memorial Stadium. Oates is staying where he is. Pattin, 2-1, strikeout 6, swing and a miss, struck him out. Third strikeout for Pattin, 2 away. And now comes the Oriole pitcher, Pat Dobson, a 141 average and 3 RBIs as a hitter in 72. Strategy, nothing on the 17. Pattin, a 6-4. That's a pitcher result. The 7 is too high. Dobson, 1-6, and it's a swing and a miss, struck him out, and that will end the inning. 4th K for Pattin. But again, a 1 run on 1 hit, a solo bomb by Bobby Grich puts the Orioles up ahead 2-0 here. The Orioles still thinking they can still catch the Red Sox for the division. Boston trying to clinch. Trying to clinch tonight. We go to the top of the 3rd. Leading off for the Red Sox will be the second baseman, Doug Griffin, a 260 average, 2 homers, 35 RBIs. Dobson will pitch. Dobson, 5-3, that is a blank. Griffin, 6-3, that's a ground out to short. Handled easily by Belanger, and he will throw it over for the out. Here's the pitcher, Marty Pattin. He batted 140. He had 2 home runs in 72 and 9 RBIs, so he's capable of hitting 1 out. Dobson, 5-6, that's a pitcher result. The 20 is way too high. Pattin, 2-2, and that's a ground out to short. Once again, Belanger will take care of that and toss it over for out number 2. Next up is Harper. Harper is 0 for 1. Dobson, a 4-1, that is a blank. Harper, 6-1, that's a power hit to center field. That's a 5 against a right-handed pitcher. It will be a base hit. So Harper will go ahead and get a single to keep the inning going. It'll give Aparicio a chance. He's 0 for 1. Harper had 25 stolen bases, though, and he's not going anywhere here. Dobson will go ahead and pitch. Dobson, 4-5, strikeout 5. Cold strike 3 on Aparicio, and he cannot believe it. He is a 4, but +1 makes him a 5. That is a 5 right on the black, and Aparicio not happy. Second strikeout for Dobson, and that will end the inning. No runs and a hit. Aparicio didn't strike out much that year, but Dobson has sent him back to the bench twice. And the umpire, he gives the umpire a look, but the umpire says, go sit your butt down. Sports Time Machine, Utah Mike joins us here at Memorial Stadium. Leading off for the O's will be Merv Rettenman, and he is 0 for 1. 2-0 Orioles, bottom of the 3rd. Pattin, 2-4, range play at the park. Memorial Stadium, 6-3, fly ball, center field. That's hit to Tommy Harper. He wasn't bad. His range is a 3. That's a 2. He'll make the catch. Out number 1. Nice play by Tommy Harper out there. And Rettenman is robbed of a base hit chance. Here comes Blair. Blair is 0 for 1. Pattin, he'll go ahead and he will pitch. Pattin, 6-5, walk. And that's 7. Yep, that's ball 4. And Pattin can't believe that, but it's right on the button. Blair is an 8 against righties, but -1 makes him a 7. That is a 7, and he will walk Blair. So Blair, that is the second walk given up by Pattin. And here comes Boog. Powell hit a home run his first time up, infield double play. They're still looking for that ball. I don't think they'll find it in Maryland. It might have landed in Virginia someplace. Nothing happening on the 14. Pattin will pitch to Powell. Pattin, 2-3, range play. Powell, 3-5. That's a base hit to right field, but it's a range play for Reggie Smith. He's going after it. His range is a 3. That's a 3. He'll make the catch for out number 2. Nice play by Smith, and Blair will head back to first. 2 away, and here comes Baylor. Baylor is 0 for 1. 2 men down. Some good defense for the Red Sox in this inning. And that's a 20. Pattin fires to first, and Blair just got back. But now Pattin will concentrate on Baylor. Pattin, 5-3, that is a blank. Baylor, 4-5, that's flied to left field, and that's going to be Dewey Evans going to that and get that. And he'll make the catch and end the inning. Nothing across except a walk. And after 3, it is still 2-0 in favor of the O's. Red Sox trying to clinch the American League East tonight. Guaranteed the number 2 spot in the American League postseason tournament. Leading off for the Red Sox at the top of the 4th is the captain, Carl Yastrzemski. Yaz walked his first time up. Dobson will pitch. 2-3 against the lefty. Home run result against a righty. Yaz needs an 11, and he just misses it with a 16. Yaz, 6-6, and instead he's going to chop it to second base, and that's going to be Bobby Grich getting to that, and he will hold it, send it over for the out. And that's out number 1, and Captain Carl wants to break his bat. He knew that was right over the plate, and he got over it. 1 down for Smith. He's 0 for 1. Dobson, 6-1, strikeout, not the 19. Smith, 5-1, that's a base hit. He'll hit that one to right. Single to right field for Reggie Smith. He'll hold it first. And here comes Petrocelli. Petrocelli is 1 for 1 with a single. Infield is at double play. Can the Red Sox miss the playoffs at this point? No, they've already clinched the playoff berth. They're already in. They've already clinched. They're already clinched the playoff berth because the Red Sox have 83 wins and the Tigers have 72 losses. The Tigers are the 74 are in 4th place. They already clinched a playoff berth. They are in the postseason. They're just trying to win the division. They are in. They did clinch. Baltimore, the Yankees, and Detroit have not clinched postseason berths yet. So you got 2 spots for 3 teams still fighting it in the AL East. Anything on the strat? Nothing on the 16. Smith will stay put. Dobson will pitch. Dobson, 5-6. Pitcher result. 9 is too high. Petrocelli, 5-2. And that is a ground out to short. 3, 4, 5. Second base pivot, Grich 0, 1 to 5. That's a 4. That is a double play. And that is the end of the inning. Petrocelli grounds out into the 6-4-3. And no runs and a hit for the Red Sox. Second double play hit into by Boston. We go to the bottom of the 4th. Vita Productions joins us here at Memorial Stadium. So yes, Phoenix Knight, the Red Sox are in the playoffs. Okay, they clinch a playoff spot no matter what. Okay, they just cannot. So they're in. Absolutely, they're just trying to clinch the division right now. Leading off for the Orioles will be the vacuum cleaner, Brooks Robinson. He's 0 for 1. Orioles lead 2-0 here. Pattin, 2-4. That's a range play at the park. Memorial Stadium, 2-1, ground ball to third. That ball is hit to Rico Petrocelli. His range is a 3. That is a 6, and that's going to be a single for Robinson. Leadoff base hit for the Orioles. And now the batter is Grich. He hit a bomb his first time up. Infield is at double play. No problem there, Mr. Knight. Strategy roll. And Gritch actually gets the bunt sign, but he's swinging. Pattin will go ahead and pitch. Pattin, 4-3, range play. Gritch, 5-4. It's a ground ball to short this time. It's hit to Luis Aparicio. His range is a 2, but at double play, it's a 1. And it's going to get by him just because of that. It's going to be a base hit. Robinson will hold at second base. He doesn't have the speed to get to third. And now the Orioles have something cooking here in the bottom of the fourth. And here comes Oates. Oates walked his first time up. Red Sox trying to clinch a division, but Baltimore saying we're not done yet. Strategy roll. Nothing on the 10. Pattin will pitch to Quaker Oates. Pattin, 5-2. Wild pitch. Yes, that's a 5, and the runners will move up. So a wild pitch there. First wild pitch thrown by Marty. Pattin. Now the infield's going to come in. Nobody out. Re-roll the strategy. Nothing on the 12. Pattin will pitch. Pattin, 1-5. Strikeout 14. That is high. Oates, 5-1. Fly ball center field. That ball is caught by Harper. That's out number 1. Oates, sacrifice fly of 1. Does not bring in Robinson on his own. Robinson, a base runner 2. Harper plus 1 arm. A 1-3. Robinson will still score, and he won't. He will stay at third, as the ball was not deep enough, and they hold Robinson at third base. Now the batter is Belanger. Infield is still staying in. Strategy. That's a 20. Pattin turns around, fires to second to get Gritch. And no, Gritch will get back. And now Pattin will go ahead and go pitch to Belanger. 2-0 Orioles, bottom of the fourth. Red Sox trying to clinch a division. Orioles saying we want more chances. Pattin, 3-6, strikeout, 20 is high. Belanger, 1-6, base hit, right field, single. Robinson will score. Let's see. Gritch, base runner 3. Single to right. 0. A 1-3. He will score. He will not. He'll hold it third. As the throw comes in fast. But the Orioles now have a 3-0 lead. Stadium cheers. Yay! And now the batter is Dobson. And they're going to keep the infield in. With Dobson at the plate, he will bat. And Pattin will go ahead. Strategy roll first. Nothing happening there. Belanger stays where he is. And Dobson, actually the hit and run comes available, but the hit and run with a pitcher. Not with a runner on third, I don't think. Pattin with the pitch. Pattin, 6-5. Walk, 5. Nope, that's too high. Dobson, 2-5. And that's a fly ball to right field. And going after that is Reggie Smith. He'll make the catch for out number 2. Dobson has no sacrifice fly, so it's all up to Gritch. Gritch base running 3. Smith a -1 arm. 1-2. Gritch will score. No, he will hold. Dobson didn't hit that ball deep enough, and they keep Gritch at third base. So now it is 3-0 Orioles still. And now the batter is Rettenmund. Rettenmund is 0-2, but the infield is now back. Pattin will go ahead and deal. Strategy roll first. Nothing on the 18. Pattin, 1-5. Strikeout 2. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And the inning is over. And that is the 5th strikeout for Pattin. But 1 run on 3 hits for the Orioles. And right now they are in command here. 3-0 after 4. As the Red Sox trying to clinch the division tonight. We go to the top of the 5th. Leading off for the Red Sox will be Pudge, Carlton Fisk. He's 0-1. Dobson pitching a gem here so far. Only scattered 3 hits. Dobson, 2-6 against a righty. Strikeout 6. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. 3rd K for Dobson. And now the batter is Evans. Evans is 0 for 1. Dobson will go ahead and pitch. Dobson, 2-3 against a righty walk. That 2 is an easy ball for, and Dewey will make first. And that is the second walk given up by Dobson as Al Red Sox fan, King of the Hill, joins us here at Memorial Stadium. I don't know how many words I can use to describe his channel, but I do know it would take, like Vince Scully said in 1986, if one picture is worth 1,000 words, you've just watched 1,000,000 words right here when the Mets beat the Red Sox. Oh, I'm sorry there, Al. I didn't mean to bring up bad memories. That's okay. Check out that amazing channel. There really is no channel that's better than him. Next batter will be Griffin. Griffin is 0 for 2, but then again, how many championships have the Red Sox won since then? 4. How many have my Mets won? None. Evans on at first. Infield is that double play. Strategy, nothing on the 12. Evans will stay right there, a very young Dewey Evans. Dobson with the pitch. 2-3 against a righty walk. 14. That is high. Griffin, 6-4. It's a base hit to center field. Single to center. Evans base runner 2. Single to center, though, -2. Evans is staying at second base. Center fielder is Paul Blair, and he's got a good arm, so he will get the third. But now the Red Sox have something clicking. But here comes the pitcher, Marty Pattin. Pattin is 0 for 1. Yes, he will bat. This is 1972, not 2024. Runners at first and second. Pattin, he did have a couple of home runs in that year. Strategy, nothing on the 13. Dobson will deal with Pattin, and here comes the pitch. Dobson, 1-2, walk, 19. Pattin, 3-6, and it's a ground ball to short. 4-5-6. Second base pivot, grid 0, 1-5, double play. Inning over, side retired. 6-4-3 double play. That is the third double play hit into by the Red Sox, and it will end the inning. No runs, a hit, and a walk. As Pattin grounds out into the twin killing, and it stays 3-0 Orioles. And that's a chance that Boston's probably going to lament. We go to the bottom of the 5th. You are very welcome for the kind words there, Mr. Al Red Sox fan. I am planning to make a trip to Boston in June to go see the Red Sox play the Braves at Fenway Park. It's not 100% finalized, but if I go, I would love to meet up with you and shake your hand, sir. Leading off for the Orioles will be the center fielder, Paul Blair. And I'm hoping to meet up also with maybe Steve Tower or anybody else in that area. I'd love to really have a nice dinner with you guys or something. Blair is 0 for 1 with a walk. Pattin, and of course, he must bring Nurse Teresa if I do meet you. Pattin, 2-3, range play. Blair, 6-1. That is a fly ball to left field, but it's a range play for Dewey Evans. In 1972, he stunk. His range is a 1. That's going to drop, and that's going to be a single for Blair. So the Orioles get another base hit to lead off the inning, and Blair will hold it first. Now the batter is Powell. Powell got a bomb his first time up. He's 1 for 2. Infield double play. Strategy roll. And Blair staying where he is. Pattin will pitch. Pattin, 4-2. Against the lefty, it's a base hit right past the pitcher, up the middle, and that will be a single. Blair will hold at second base. Powell gets to first. And the Red Sox, they did win this game historically, but right now the Orioles are saying it's our turn. Here comes Baylor. Baylor is 0 for 2. Runners at first and second, nobody out in the bottom of the 5th. Strategy, nothing on the 16. Pattin will pitch. Pattin, 5-3. That is a blank. Baylor, 2-3. And that is a ground ball to first. 3-3-3. Shortstop pivot. Aparicio, -2. Ugh, lousy pivot rating. The only way they turn a double play is on a 1. They got it. They got it. That is a 1. What a play. Baez, who throws to Aparicio, back to first, double play, 2 outs. And Blair will move over to third. Wow, what a play that was. And you kind of think maybe Boston absolutely had to have it as they ground out into the 3-6-3. But it will now bring up the vacuum cleaner. Robinson is 1 for 2. Strategy. That's a 17, nothing happening. Pattin trying to get out of this inning. 3-0 Orioles. And right now, Pat Dobson is really shutting down Boston. Pattin, 2-1, strikeout, 20 is high. Robinson, 1-6, and he will get out of the inning. It's a ground ball to second base. Getting over there is Griffin. He'll take care of it, tosses it over, and the inning is over. No runs, 2 hits for the Orioles. But right now, the Red Sox are unable to figure out Pat Dobson. They're down 3-0 after 5, trying to clinch the AL East tonight and the number 2 seed. We go to the top of the 6th. Leading off for the Red Sox will be Tommy Harper. He is 1 for 2 with a single. Right now, Pat Dobson, and he had a very good year. This record is really deceptive. 16 wins, 18 losses, but a 2.65 ERA, that just tells me he didn't get any run support. That is an excellent year, a 2.65 ERA. There is nothing wrong with that. Dobson will pitch. Dobson, 2-3, against a righty, walk, 17. That is high. Harper, 3-6, and against a righty, it's a ground ball to third. And the vacuum cleaner will go ahead and get it and toss it over for the out. Here's Aparicio. He's 0 for 2. Dobson, 4-4, blank. Aparicio, 5-5, ground out to short. Handled easily by Belanger. He'll toss it over for out number 2. Here's Captain Carl. He's 0 for 1 with a walk. Dobson will go ahead and pitch. Dobson, 5-1, strikeout 2, swing and a miss, struck him out, and the inning is over. Strikeout number 4 for Dobson, and 1, 2, 3 go the BOS Sox as we go to the bottom of the 6th. Both pitchers still have plenty of gas left in the tank. Marty Pattin will stay on the mound. Leading off for B-More will be Bobby Grich, and he is 2 for 2 tonight, a home run and a single. Pattin will go ahead and pitch. Pattin, 1-2, strikeout 4, swing and a miss, struck him out. That is the 6th K for Pattin. He's doing pretty well, except for giving up the home runs. Here's Quaker Oats. He's 0 for 1 with a walk. Pattin, 3-6, strikeout 9. That just missed. Oats, 4-5, line drive to short. That's grabbed by Aparicio. 2 down. And now Belanger. Belanger 1 for 2 with a single. Pattin will pitch. Pattin, 4-6, against a righty, strikeout 7, swing, miss, struck him out, side, retired. That's strikeout number 7 for Pattin, and 1, 2, 3 go the O's, as Pattin has a good inning there, but the Orioles holding on to a 3-0 lead after 6. Top of the 7th. Dobson will stay on the mound. Leading off for the BOS Sox will be Reggie Smith. He's 1 for 2 with a single. Fans here at Memorial Stadium, Orioles trying to keep the Red Sox from clinching the division. The Orioles are 3 games back. Boston wins tonight. They will clinch the division. The Red Sox played 1 extra game than the Orioles did in 72. Of course, because of a lot of teams played between 153 and 156. Dobson with the pitch. Dobson, 1-1, range play at the park. Memorial Stadium, 4-5, and that's a blank. We have a rare play with bases empty. Rare plays, bases empty, 42. Shallow pop-up to right field that the second baseman chases, but doesn't hear the right fielder call, and they collide. Resolved like a P4 range play. Well, the second baseman is Grich. His range is a 4, and he's going to make the catch. It's out number 1. So that is a pop fly ball to second, but now we have to check for an injury to the second baseman, and that is Bobby Grich. His injury rating is a 2, so only a 1, a roll of a 1 will keep him in, and he's done. Bobby Grich says, I'm a little bit hurt here, guys. I think I need to come out of the game. And they said, don't worry about it. We'll get you ready for the postseason, as the Orioles just lost Bobby Grich for the rest of the ball game. So he will come out on an injury. So now we need a new second baseman for the O's, and it is going to be a future New York Met World Series champion manager, Davey Johnson. He'll take over at second base for Grich. So timeout, as I will go ahead and put Johnson in the scorecard. And Johnson not as good at the position, though, 3-3 plus 1. So 3-3 plus 1. So Davey Johnson will take over at second base. There is still 1 out. Next batter is Petrocelli. Petrocelli 1 for 2, got a base hit. Dobson will deal. Dobson 4-2, strikeout 7, swing and a miss, struck him out. Dobson, that is strikeout number 5 for him, as he goes ahead and gets Petrocelli. And now here's Pudge. Pudge is 0 for 2. Dobson, he'll go ahead and deal. Dobson, 5-6, pitcher result, a double question mark, 16 is too high. Fisk, 6-3, and that is a ground ball to third. And getting over there is the vacuum cleaner. He will take his time and toss it over and retire the side. 1, 2, 3, go the Bo Sox. Pat Dobson absolutely in command. We are at the 7th inning stretch. Sing, take me out to the ball game. I'll be right back. I was actually back in my chair earlier. I just wanted Vita Productions to finish the game, and finish the song, I should say. Don't forget, we have a big 10-minute ticker coming up after tonight's game. We will also choose our next game for October 1st for tomorrow morning, because remember, I play games Sunday morning. So we will choose that game after the ticker tonight. Bottom of the 7th here, 3-0 Orioles. Marty Pattin can still pitch to 4 more batters. This may be his last inning. Pattin is due to bat 3rd in the 8th. And leading off for the Orioles will be the pitcher, Pat Dobson, and he's going to bat. Why not? Remember, this is 72, not 2024. Pattin will pitch to Dobson. Dobson is actually 0 for 2. Pattin 3-1, blank. Dobson 5-1, and that's fly out to left. Easily caught there by Dewey Evans for out number 1. Here's Rettenmund. Rettenmund is 0 for 3, still looking for his first hit of the game. Pattin, a 2-4 range play at the park. Memorial Stadium, 2-5. That's a fly ball hit to left field. Going after it once again is Dewey Evans. He stunk. His range is a 1. That's a 5. And that's a double. Redmond's going to go ahead and bounce that off the wall out there. And Redmond will slide into second with a 1-out double. That's the first hit of the game for Redmond. It will now bring up Blair. Blair is 1 for 2. Got a single and a walk. A big insurance run at second base for the Orioles. Strategy is still on. That's a 12. Nothing happening. Pattin will pitch to Blair. Pattin, 6-4. Double question mark that, 2 against the righty. That's going to be an out. And that's going to be a fly ball to center field. Tommy Harper will go ahead and get that. He will make the catch for out number 2. Redmond got good speed. Base runner 4, hit the center -2. Harper plus 1 arm, a 1-3. Redmond will go to third. He will easily, as the ball was deep enough, and Merv Redmond will take third base on the out. And now here's Powell. Powell is 2 for 3, a home run and a single. As I said, they're still trying to find that ball. They hit this ball in Baltimore, Maryland. It might have landed in Washington, D.C. somewhere. I thought maybe it might have went to Virginia. I don't know where that ball is. So Powell is the batter. 2 men down. Very important at bat for Pattin. That is a 1. Nothing happening. Redmond will stay at third base. Pattin will pitch to Powell. Pattin, 5-5, walk, 13. That is just a little too high. Powell, 5-1, and it's a line drive to third. But Petrocelli is right there to grab it, and that's a line out, and the inning is over. No runs and a hit for the Orioles. Still 3-0 after 7. Red Sox cannot figure out Pat Dobson tonight, as we will go down to the top of the 8th. And Dobson will stay on the mound. And Dwight Evans will lead off, and he'll bat with a .263 average. Evans was a pretty decent hitter, even as a September call-up in 72. So Dobson will pitch to Evans. Evans has had a rough day out there in the field, though. But, of course, we know that Dwight Evans will get a lot better as he gets older. Dobson will go ahead and pitch. Dobson, 5-5, error on a throw. Dewey Evans, 5-2. Nope, it's a fly ball to center field. And that's going to be caught by Blair for the out. One out. Here comes Griffin. Griffin is 1 for 2. Dobson, he'll go ahead and pitch. Dobson, 3-3, strikeout 7. That just missed. Griffin, 6-6. It's a power hit to center field. That's an 18, and against the righty, that's got no chance. And that's just going to be a fly ball to center field. Blair's not going to have to move anywhere. He'll be right there. That's out number 2. Man, Red Sox just not getting the hits. And they've hit into 3 double plays tonight. They found in the middle of the Chesapeake. Thank you there, V-Dub. I was wondering where the ball was. Doug Sessoms joins us here at Memorial Stadium. Just played 72 Twins at Oakland. A's won 1-0. Ooh, really? That close? Who are the pitchers of that game there, Doug? 2 men down. That's going to be it for Marty Pattin. He will come in. He will come out of the game. Tough game for him. As the Red Sox just can't figure out the Orioles, we will see a pinch hitter. And it is going to be Ben Oglivie. 241 average, 8 homers, and 30 RBIs. So Oglivie will come, a young Ben Oglivie, I should say. He will go ahead and bat against Dobson. 3-0 Orioles. Orioles trying to keep the Red Sox from clinching the division tonight. Dobson, 2-6 against the lefty. It's a blank. Oglivie, 2-5, ground out, second base. And that's going to be Davy Johnson getting to that. He'll take his time and toss it over. And the side is retired. What a job by Pat Dobson tonight. 3-0 after 8, 3 up and 3 down. I.D. Jester joins us here at Memorial Stadium. Again, if you guys don't know about that guy's amazing channel, I guess I should ask you what planet you're living on, because it ain't Earth. Leading off for the Orioles will be Don Baylor. He is 0 for 3. Red Sox need a pitcher. Down 3-0 here, as the Red Sox are just unable to get anything going on. And coming on to pitch for the Red Sox will be Don Newhouser. 4 wins, 2 losses, 4 saves, a 2.43 ERA. Newhouser will be the second Red Sox pitcher, but Pat Dobson has been extraordinary tonight. Baylor will bat, Newhouser will pitch. 2-6, strikeout 10, and that just missed. Baylor, 1-4, and against a right-handed pitcher, it's a grounder right back to Newhouser, and he'll underhand it to first for the out. 1 down, here comes the vacuum cleaner. Robinson is 1 for 3. Blyleven for Twins and Holtzman for the A's. Ooh, heck of a game. A 1-0 game out of Blyleven and Holtzman? Yeah, that would be a bad. Yeah, with those two, I for 72, I can see that happening. Newhouser with the pitch. Newhouser, 1-3, strikeout 11. That is high. Robinson, 2-4, fly ball to left. And Dewey Evans is not going to have to make a range play on this one. He will be there for out number 2. Next batter is the new second baseman, Davy Johnson, 221 average, 5 homers, 32 RBIs, who came in for the injured Bobby Grich. Remember, of course, injuries in the regular season are game day only. We have our injuries in the postseason are full-time. Newhouser will pitch. Newhouser, 4-1, error on a throw. Johnson, 6-5. Nope, that's going to be a fly out to left, and Dewey Evans will make that play as well. And the inning is over. 1-2-3, the Orioles. 3-0 as we go to the ninth. But will we see some ninth inning magic? 3-0 O's. Pat Dobson can pitch to 2 more batters before he tires. He's staying out there, but he will face the top of the order. And here comes Tommy Harper. Harper is 1 for 2. 3-0 Orioles. The Red Sox have had nothing but trouble against Dobson tonight. He has shut down this lineup. And the Orioles trying to get back to 2 games of the division. Dobson will go ahead, and he will pitch. Dobson, 3-4, strikeout 7, swing and a miss, struck him out. And that is strikeout number 6 for Dobson, 1 down. Next batter is Aparicio. He's 0 for 3 as PFLQR joins us here at Memorial Stadium. Dobson will pitch to Aparicio. Fans here at Memorial Stadium are loud. They want a big win here. Dobson, 2-1. That is a blank. He is not tired yet. Aparicio, 6-3, and against the righty, it's a ground ball to third. That'll be handled by the vacuum cleaner. He sucks it up and blows it over to first for out number 2. And yes, I just did say that with a straight face. The last chance for the Red Sox is Captain Carl Yastrzemski. He is 0 for 2 with a walk. Dobson is now tired, but Dobson says, I'm going to finish this game. Yaz will go ahead and set it up at the plate. Fans here at Memorial Stadium hoping for a big pitch from Dobson. Orioles a 3-0 lead, trying to get closer to the Red Sox. Red Sox trying to clinch. Dobson with the pitch. 3-1, strikeout 12, that is high. Yes, 4-3, and it's popped up in the infield. Pop fly ball to second base, and Davy Johnson is calling for it. He moves over a little bit towards second, puts out his glove, blop, and the ball falls into it. That's your game. The Baltimore Orioles will win it tonight, 3-0. They prevent the Red Sox from clinching the division. Stadium cheers. Yay! Big win for the Orioles. Pat Dobson keeps the Orioles still alive for the division, The Red Sox will now drop to 83 and 68. The Orioles will move up to 81 and 70. Now 2 back. Pretty much Boston has to lose every game for the Orioles to get in. And Baltimore does now. For those of you wondering, if the Red Sox and the Orioles tie, the Orioles win the division by a better board record, because now Baltimore's record is 4-2, and the Red Sox are 3-5 on the board. So if they tie, the Orioles do win the division. But remember, though, the Red Sox did play an extra game. But what a victory here for the Orioles, as they will keep it, as they win 3-0. Final line score coming up. For the Orioles, 3 runs, 8 hits, no errors. For the Red Sox, no runs, 4 hits, no errors. The winning pitcher is Pat Dobson. He gets player of the game, absolutely. Goes the distance. The losing pitcher is Marty Pattin. Tough loss for him. The Red Sox just had no answer for Dobson. But the Red Sox, though, still have a 2-game lead on Baltimore. Will we have another Red Sox game? Maybe so. I have to check the ticker, but we are not done yet. 10-minute ticker is next. Big win for the Orioles. And they keep their hopes alive to win the division and clinch the number 2 seed. Still a lot can happen yet. It is now time for the 10-minute ticker, brought to you by FastScore Baseball. So Boston will lose this game 3-0. So now the Red Sox are now the Baltimore Orioles are 2 games back of Boston. So the magic number for Boston stays at 2. Let's check the rest of the ticker. We'll do the meaningless games first. Minnesota at California. Minnesota 552, and that is 4. Angels 364, that is 5, a win for the Halos. Let's see here. Philadelphia at Montreal, they had a doubleheader. Game 1. Philadelphia 723, and that is 2. Expos 755, that is 5. Game number 2. Philadelphia 751, and that is 4. Expos 2065, that's 10, and the Expos take both games. Atlanta at San Francisco is meaningless. Both teams are out. Braves 1154, and that is 5. Giants 1925, and that is 4, and that will be a win for the Bravos. Okay, so now let's take a look at some of the games that do mean something. Let us do Astros and the Padres. The Astros, the magic number for the Cubs to clinch the number 3 seed is 1. If the Astros lose, the Cubs clinch the number 3 seed and are automatically in the division series against the Reds. Can Houston keep their chances alive to avoid the wild card round? Astros 1542, and that is 5. Padres 1143, and that's 4. The Astros are still alive. But now we will go to the Cardinals and the Cubs. The Astros now, they stay alive, but now if the Cubs beat the Cardinals, the Cubs clinch. The Cardinals, however, they're 76 and 76. A loss here, they are going to be only 1 game away from being eliminated. Cardinals got to win. A Cubs win, they are the number 3 seed and will face the Reds. Big game here in Wrigley. Rick Wise for the Cardinals, Bill Hands for the Cubs. What happens here? Cardinals 952, and that is 5. Cubs 1156, and that is 6. The Cubs will win the game. The Cubs clinch the number 3 seed in the National League. They will play the Cincinnati Reds in the NLDS. The Cardinals are now 76 and 77. They lose one more game. They are out. They cannot lose 78 games. The Cardinals played 156 games in 1972. Now they have to win out. Meanwhile, the Dodgers and the Reds. The Dodgers, they're 74 and 77. The Reds have already clinched number 2. They can't do any better. But the Dodgers, if they lose, they are out because they'll go to 78 losses. Dodgers got to win to stay alive. Dodgers lose, they are out. Do the Reds eliminate the Dodgers? Dodgers 11-23, and that is 2. Reds 10-35. That is 3. That game belongs to the Reds, the Los Angeles Dodgers. The Los Angeles Dodgers are out. They get their 78th loss. There will only be 2 teams from the National League West. If the Cardinals lose, we will not even have a wild card round in the National League. Could be a shorter could be a shorter postseason than we thought. Dodgers are out. The Mets and the Pirates. The Mets are out, obviously. The Pirates, they are 1 game back of Oakland for home field throughout. This is slightly meaningless, but the Pirates are still trying to get the number 1 overall seed. Mets 5-65, and that is 6. Pirates 10-51, and that is 5. Oh, my Mets will have a happy recap as they will beat the Pirates, and now the Athletics have a chance to get even further ahead for home field throughout. Now we'll go to Oakland at Kansas City. The Kansas City Royals, they are 81-69. Right now, they are percentage points ahead of Baltimore for the number 3 seed. Oakland would like to win and get closer to home field throughout. Oakland 10-63, that is 7. Royals 9-25, and that is 2. And what that does is the Athletics now have 103 wins. Pittsburgh is at 101 wins. So Oakland, their magic number to clinch home field throughout is now, 103, is 2. And the Royals, they lost. So now they have the same record as Baltimore. So the 3 seed in the American League is still very up for grabs. Now, the White Sox and the Rangers. The White Sox are 73 and 76. They cannot lose another game. The White Sox have been hot lately. They got all the way back to 3 games under 500. The White Sox must win out. 77 is the number for them. If they lose any game, they will not make the postseason. White Sox and the Rangers, Stan Bonson and Gogolewski. What will happen here? Do the White Sox survive for 1 more day? White Sox 13-22, and that is 2. Rangers 8-52. That is 4. The Rangers will beat the White Sox, and the Chicago White Sox, they are out. The Chicago White Sox historically had a very good 1972 season. They finished 20 games above 500, but this White Sox team becomes the 1988 Dodgers in my replay there, where the Dodgers, who won the World Series, didn't make the postseason. The White Sox are out, which means we will have a maximum of 5 teams in the American League. Last game up, Milwaukee at Detroit. The Yankees did not play today. The Yankees will have a doubleheader against the Indians tomorrow. Skip Lockwood for the Brewers, the Tigers for Joe Coleman. The Tigers are a half game back of the Yankees. The Yankees did not play, so if Detroit wins this game, they will be tied for third with the Yankees. Although Detroit will have more wins, but it's very close. So if Chuck Rawlings is in the chat, this is the roll for the Tigers. Milwaukee and Detroit. Can the Tigers tie the Yankees? Brewers 6, 65, and that is 7. Tigers 10, 61. No, that is 6. And the Brewers played big-time spoiler on Detroit, and the Tigers will now be 1 game back of third place, but still alive, of course. Wow, what a ticker. That is your 10-minute ticker. If your team won tonight, congratulations. If they didn't, there's always tomorrow morning. Now, we need to choose our game for tomorrow morning. I know Boston plays Baltimore again, but we just did them. So we're going to, now the choices we have, in my opinion, is Oakland and Kansas City, Cardinals and the Cubs, Dodgers and the Reds. Well, the Dodgers are eliminated. That takes care of that. Oakland and Kansas City, that is important for the Royals, but the Cardinals, they have to win tomorrow night. They have to win tomorrow morning. If they don't, they are out. David Vega says Carl's Cubs, and I totally agree, and that is going to be the game. I will not have to roll for that. That is the game to play. Tomorrow morning on Sunday, it will be the St. Louis Cardinals taking on the Chicago Cubs. Jim Bibby will go for the Cardinals, and Milt Pappas will go for the Cubs. The Cubs have already clinched the number 3 seed. They cannot do any better or worse. They will play the Reds in the NLDS. The Cardinals, however, 76 and 77. If they lose tomorrow, they are out, and we will only have 4 teams from the National League. There will be no wild card from that league. Hey, you want to make the playoffs? Get a winning season. So what will happen tomorrow? Tomorrow morning, Cardinals, Cubs, Bibby and Pappas. Cardinals must win. Be there or be square. David Vega, ID Jester, Vita Productions, PFLQR, Chuck Rawlings, Appa Brian Baseball Classics, Al Red Sox fan, Brian B, Jimmy Jam, Doug Sessoms, and let's see here, Phoenix Knight, Sports Time Machine, Brian Patterson, Jim Connell, Brian Hoxie, and of course, Jeremy Brooks. Thank you all for joining me tonight. Please leave a like on your way out to the turnstiles. No, all series are not a best of 7. The wild card round is a 1-game playoff. It's mostly a ladder format where the 6 would play the 5 in a 1 game, and the winner there would play the 4 in a 1 game. The division series is a best of 5. Championship and World Series, of course, are a best of 7. Please leave a like on your way out to the turnstiles. Subscribe if you've not done so, and make sure you hit the darn bell. Stay safe, stay healthy, stay smart, stay strong. We'll see you guys tomorrow morning. The Boston Red Sox do not do it. The O's keep it from clinching. 3-0 shutout by Baltimore. We'll see you in the morning tomorrow.